as a quick side note, when I was at the ITG conference back in early June, I had gone to the Lotus Trumpets booth where they had their instruments that folks could play. And Adam Raffel was there, you know, overseeing what was going on and also giving his feedback and taking part in some of the trials that some of the people who are visiting at the conference could take part in. And, you know, when he saw me try and go up there and play through his instruments, I was having a little bit of trouble trying to get a good sound, especially in range and stuff like that. And he looked at me, he said, man, you're a brute. You know that you're a brute when you try to play and you go for a lot of force. And of course, trying to explain to me through that time, through his instrument, now trying to relax myself and whatnot. But that bruteness, that's kind of what I've become, you know, known for in my playing to those who know me and those who I know. Because that was part of the process of getting back into playing comfortably anyway. Not being scared and not shying away from the moment, not shying away from the kind of player I wanted to be. I don't necessarily that's another one of those things too. It's kind of like certainly not a do as I say kind of person in my experiences and in my methods of practice and whatnot. But that forcefulness and that unafraidness to try and go and find that sound I wanted is the motivation I needed to persevere through the injury and find exactly who I wanted to be. And now I feel so comfortable, not only as who I am as a person, but more importantly in this conversation, who I am as a trumpet player, because I wasn't afraid to go find that. And patience allowed me to be able to find that, and just time allowed me to be able to find that trumpet player who I knew was in there deep inside, who I was just this whole time just trying to be and become and play as. And finally I found myself in a place now where I can be that and I can feel comfortable. And that just, again, I came through that forceful nature. So I urge people not to shy away from what exactly they're trying to go for. If you envision it in your head, find out exactly what you got to do that and be that. Maybe be a little bit more smart. I hope that this forcefulness that I've brought upon myself in this practicing is not going to affect me greatly down the line in the future. And I still try to be methodical with my warm-ups and whatnot and get into a comfortable place. You know, we've all heard the Freddie Hubbard stories and whatnot, right? How things can get when you just, you know, stop caring as much about that side of the trumpet playing and whatnot. But also, you know, as my dad always says, just go for it, you know, go for it. And in the case of this, in this performer I've tried to be, I've just gone for it. And if you miss a note, you miss a note. But everybody misses notes, and the greats will miss notes too. Far less often, perhaps, than a lot of younger folks or, you know, intermediate or young professionals might miss notes, but they do, you know, it happens. But it's about the consistency for me that matters, and the comfort as well that I've been able to find and discover through this process and this journey of trying to become the trumpet player that I've tried to mold myself into today.